So, Dr. Ulrich Bez, CEO of Aston Martin. We're here at Frankfurt with something that you took around the Nürburgring in the 24-hour race. Firstly, tell us about the car, and then tell us about Aston Martin and your plans.
This would probably take half the evening or even more, but I can tell you something about the car. We have this year 50 years of Aston Martin Zagato. One of our most famous cars is the V12 Zagato, 19 units built, value 6 million plus today, and we thought we have to do something similar now after 50 years. So we said, in the same way as at this time we had 19 cars, we are making one car per dealer. We have about 150 dealers, so we will make 150 cars of a V12 Vantage Zagato, and this is what it is here. And as this car at this time was a car which was used for races, we said we start the life of this car racing it on the Nürburgring, and so we did it after build and winning Villa d'Este. We raced it, and that's my car I did.
Yeah, as you say, Villa d'Este was a great achievement, and it was great to see this on the track at the Nürburgring. Typical Zagato double bubble roof as well, and obviously engineering typical of Aston Martin as well.
I agree to this as typical Aston Martin because it's of course a V12 Zagato, and it's made in cooperation and agreement with Andrea Zagato and the Zagato, but it's designed by us. And the body itself, the aluminum body, is built by the company who owns today Zagato. So it's a very nice cooperation. We had a lot of fun with this double bubble, the shape of the glasses and all of these things, and the body shape. It's I think it's a very modern surface treatment, but it's a very classical, strong proportion with this low roof.
You're right, this is sort of the jet fighter cockpit.
Yes.
You've got the huge air intakes here with the Zagato Z on the fender. It just looks powerful standing still.
Yeah. It's very emotional for people who see this. Yes. Yeah. They immediately get it, and of course this is something special. So, okay.
Talking of something special as well, I was lucky enough to go to an event last weekend with a 177 at Chelsea Royal Hospital, which was a supercar run. Mm-hmm. It was exactly the same colour as the brown car we have here.
Maybe it was the same car.
Maybe, yes, you tell me. Again, a car that looks very powerful, is very powerful. I know it's been received very well by the market. How are you finding it?
Yeah, the 177 shows actually to what we are capable in engineering, what we are capable in using technology, and of course what we are capable doing in a design which is not offensive, but it's very powerful. It has a very strong human feeling with the waist, with the big end, and
the rear haunches as if it's about to pounce.
Yes, and
it's very muscular.
And the car is all the combination how the car is made. It's all aluminum outside. It's handmade aluminum, like we did the aluminum bodies 50, 60, 70 years ago. But underneath is one piece of carbon cell, which gives all the stiffness, rigidity we need in such a car. And with this combination of handmade aluminum with utmost high-tech carbon, this is the only car in the world which uses such a combination.
And the nice thing as well is it sounds like a proper sports car. This is always the big problem with regulations now.
Yeah, I do believe that all our cars do sound moderate, not aggressive, but nicely composed a sports car. And of course this with 7.5 liter engine with 750 horsepower is a little bit more aggressive than the other cars. But in principle we are nicely composed, and even this car, I have driven this car about 2 weeks ago in Pebble Beach in America, through Carmel, and it's very, very nice, very easy to drive, very moderate, but of course has highest attention of the public and the crowd.
Yes, well, the craftsmanship, even in the rear where you have all the leather stitching and the suspension visible and everything else, it shows engineering to its, to what Aston Martin can achieve. It shows it to its best.
Yeah, of course. In these cars, there are some details which can only be in a car like this. Starting what we can't see here, but there are a lot of machine parts in the engine, in the fixtures, in the transmission. They're all in itself a beauty, and you only see a little bit of this. It's a pity that we can't see all of this.
Well, we can see more of the cars behind us. These are what, Dr. Bez?
These are all our modules, how we build cars. So we have a module here.
Yes.
They have the brakes. I think they have the brakes. And that's a module here, which can replace this one here. This is a convertible. This is a V.
Oh, okay.
There's a V8 Vantage Roadster. And now let's take this one forward here.
So it's literally.
Yeah, this is the way how we are building cars. Now I have built for you a Rapide, and before it was a V8 Vantage, and I can build you a 12-cylinder engine with another module and the 8-cylinder engine, and I can build you a DB9 coupe.
So these are your building blocks.
Yeah, these are my building blocks, which I can change if needed for improved technology. So we have a lot of subframes. We have different brakes. We have the carbon ceramic brake, and if we want to change make a new suspension, we make a new suspension. We change just this part. It connects to all the cars and can be in all the cars. So we have a real modular system. It's a little bit like Lego.
Yeah, exactly.
And by this we have now made out of these 16 body variants, we have 10 engines variants, we have 3 transmissions and a lot of outer panels. And the big thing about this is it's a low investment, it is fast to do, but with this from aircraft technology coming bonded structure, we are 20 to 30% more stiffer, more rigid, more in crash safety than a comparable welded body. And by this, I think we have today a technology which is ahead of the game, and we can see after we have this over the last 8 years now that even big companies in the OEMs are following, copying things what we do since some time.
It's very logical, because once you've sorted out the drivetrain at the front of the car, so you know how to house the V8 or the V12, why mess with it? Why not just change everything in the rear module?
Yes, and if I change in the front, if I take this away, if I would make a different engine there, whatever is there, I just change this casting and change this, and it still fits to the other. This is how we work. And if we need a new system in whatever, we integrate this, and we can then put this through all our cars, because this is then the change which goes everywhere. And by this, we have basically a daily. It's not daily, but it's by month or by half a year. We can always improve all the cars, so we have always a same good quality, performance, technology, and whatever you want.
But you're also building upon the technology that you know works, and like when you introduce, say, the Virage or another car, the Rapide, as you say, you're just changing the pertinent elements.
We changed the element. These elements are just to hold the other elements.
Yes, because all the panels
they just hold it. So in principle, this is the cheapest part in a car.
Yes.
The carbon ceramic brake is more expensive. All the electronic, the computers. This is what it is. So this is just the fixture to fix this.
This is your framework.
And this is the framework. So. But even there, we are flexible to do things, and what we do ensure by this, that the quality of all the products when they come out is at the level we want it to have, and it's very good, and it's better than I would say standard.
It's fascinating to see the car in this way and to run through that build technique.
Yeah, I would have loved to have all the other elements. I would have loved to have all the brake modules, all the engines, all the transmissions, all the seats, all the outer panels. But the space is not enough. So next time maybe.
Yeah. No. Well, next time maybe. Maybe we come and see the production in action.
Yeah, you're invited to come and see.
Right. This is fascinating, seeing how the cars are all put together. What's the next big thing with Aston Martin?
Look, the next thing with Aston Martin is all around here. And because we are fast, because we are very flexible, we will have a surprise. What is the next? What is in 3 months? What is in 6 months? But I think we are so much up to date now with a Signet, with a Virage, with a Vantage S, with all these special and personalized variants that we don't have to worry about the next 3 or 6 months. And if I would know, I would not tell you.
No, of course.
Okay.
So watch this space.
Okay.
We've talked about the modules and about the other cars. Obviously, the Signet is a corporation. How has that been received, and how are you finding that as a business?
Yeah, of course, the Signet is not within this range. The Signet is our city car, because we think that it's not always right to drive a 750 horsepower cars in the middle of Mayfair or whatever. It's nice to do it once, but not always. But you need something appropriate, and this is why we have made the Signet. And the Signet, of course, uses a base like a computer, have all the same processors, they have the same batteries, yes. But then they have the different software and the different design. This is what a Signet is. So the Signet is a great little handbag. It's for me my Hermes Kelly bag.
Yeah, you want your creature comforts and your luxury.
It does all. I'm living now in London, and I drive around this in Mayfair and Kensington. It's great in the road, in the traffic. And I think we offer with this a choice for wealthy people who have normally a big car, yes. to be able to drive a small car which uses less space, because when we don't have space, and space is not renewable. If space is once used, the air is blown away, and the next morning you have a clean air, but the space is still yes. Crowded. And this is something where we think it helps to get people who are wealthy in a little car and still feel fine, and still, exactly, yeah. And have a smile on their face if they drive, and they have the thumbs ups of all the passengers who are there.
Well, again, we saw them at Nürburgring, and they were getting thumbs up from the people in the crowd. So
absolutely,
it works.
Okay.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you again.
Thank you.